I'm Friendy, and this is... I completely forgot what I was going to say. I'm here for my first stream out on Mystery Monday. I'll be playing some Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Completely forgot what I was playing today. Ow. Hi, McBets. Hi, Eyes. How are you guys doing? Alright. Let's get back into this game. Probably should get some volume first. There we go. Okay, so remembering last time, I think we may have been in Gant's office, so the chief of police. Oh, doing good. That's good to hear. And yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Right. Ha! That's right. Okay, so we opened up the chief's safe, and he had evidence from a past crime in there. Ow. Hi, Pokefan, how you doing? He had a piece of the jar with blood on it, which I'm pretty sure, or someone had mentioned it might have Emma's name on it. Or it looks like it says Emma. And now we have a piece of leather that has a handprint. So I think we were getting our fingerprints. Look at my badge. So you're telling me that we're gonna solve this, figure out what this handprint is by showing it our badge. Alright. So, let's see. Alright, let's get this over with. Okay, so now I think I have to dust everything. Oh, hang on. Oh. There we go. I pick a finger. And then I dust it, like how you'd want a powdered donut. Wait, look at this photo badge. Show Emma your badge. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. Or ledge. Okay, so let's powder the whole screen. Ledge. Badge, ledge, that kind of thing. Gotta ram it? Okay. Did I get it the second time? Okay. I will eventually coat the whole screen in white. I will find this fingerprint, and it will be successful. Okay. Something something Nickelback lyrics. I can't remember the rest of the song. Okay. My arm hurts so much. Now let's blow. Woo! Bury the pixels. Ah, there's still some pixels left. Dang it. I gave it my best shot. Yep. Dumped the whole container out. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? But it does look like we will get a clear result from this print. Okay, let's try to find a different fingerprint then. Okay. I'll have to do this again? You powdering the screen like she's in Miami in the 80s, yep. This looks darker, maybe? Let's try this one. Worst case scenario, I'm doing this 5 times. Maybe if I just try partially, you know, like just use the square and hope for the best. Why can't I empty just the container? Why's it gotta be like so little at once? Can't feel my hand. Okay, that's enough, right? 36% chance you get on your second try. Nice. Oh! There we go! Okay, we have an actual fingerprint. Okay, so not Gant. Nope. No. No. Nope. No. What? Oh no. Oh, Emma. Did you touch it before we dusted it? Oh no. Okay, well, let's compare it. We're 25% individually. Wait, you know about this? Wait, what? Match found! Uh-oh. No! How can this be? She was a witness at the scene of a crime, Phoenix. She totally murdered the serial killer. Maybe. Who knows? Oh wait, you're just like, hey, how much you know about this? Oh goodness, I missed that. Okay. What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? About that. Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. Phoenix, why? Why are you like this? Just tell me the truth. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints. Psh! Hey you. Over here. Oh. He's probably going like, psst. Hey you, over here. What's going on here? What are that kid's prints doing inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me! Let's just keep this information from Emma for now. Here. Maybe you should hold on to this. Alright. Found in Chief Gant's safe evidence for something, but what? Bears Emma Sky's prints. Piece of cloth, folded and added. Wait, it was folded? And added to the court record? Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, that's right. So we're in the chief's office. We broke into his safe. And he has a pipe organ in his office. I forgot about this. Emma will kill again. It would be really messed up if she was the killer and they pinned all the evidence on Dark. Even though he was a serial killer and just added the crime onto him. Scientifically. Let's check out the phone. Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. Oh, desk? Okay. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier... Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant! He put the paper he was reading in his desk. Alright. I wonder what he was reading. Okay. This looks like a list of evidence. List of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though. Hey! Look at the case name! Huh? SL9 incident. I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective! What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... No, about evidence lists! Normally they're twice as long. That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. A half-size list of evidence. The list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. Oh, the other half? What would the other half of the list be doing here? Oh, I don't know, Phoenix. Maybe he's trying to hide it. I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case. Oh boy. The evidence list, Ezra had the other tab. Oh, shoot, yeah. Sorry, I missed what you said. Okay, it would appear so. Okay, we've added the second half to the court record. List of evidence in the SL9 incident was ripped in half. Wait, it was ripped? So this part is all I've got. What? It looks like two sheets of paper and someone just removed like the staple or something, or the paper clip, and then stole the other half. Oh no, E didn't read the chat message before the game covered the same thing. How horrible. Yeah. How could you do that? I'm sorry. Oh. I think we have a little issue here. I think I need to get my eyes checked. What the heck? Hold it! Hold it! Hang on, what is this? I wonder what this is. Looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here.
What is it? Did you find something?
I can't make it out. I'd better keep quiet about it for now. Oh, no, it's nothing.
Why do your eyes keep moving about like that, Mr. Wright?
I better not forget about this picture. Okay. Kind of looks like, the murder. Or the thing that, Emma witnessed. Looks a bit water damage. Sure sign is she drew that, yeah. I have a pretty good feeling. Or, like, an art, like one of those sketch artists where, like, describe what happened and she, you know, had them draw it. Nope, what is over here?
Wow, look at the size of the Chief Gant's desk.
We found this inside the drawer. List of evidence from the SL9 incident.
Mr. Edgeworth had the other half of that list.
What would this list be doing here? You better look a little more into this list. Okay. So this half, or tiny section of this room is done, I think. And then we'd have to just look at the massive organ. The Chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally we hear him playing it from the Criminal Affairs Department. Okay. That's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th floor of the entirely different building. When a detective screws up, the chief calls him to his office and makes him listen to the organ for hours.
What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul.
After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in their ears. So it's an instrument of punishment, literally.
But aren't the chief's ears affected?
He never listens to anyone anyway. That's beside the point. Wait. Show me on the doll where you stabbed him. It's funny that she saw it from that perspective because she was the one holding the weapon, right? I think that a new theory is forming. We're assuming that Emma is the murderer.
This was taken on the day 2 years ago. On that day 2 years ago.
The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. Then went along with Chief Gant to question Dark. I bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. That some high school or middle school student would stab him straight in the back. Gee, you think? The shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. Wait, did he keep this section for her? Or because this was her section, he didn't want to touch her stuff? There's a small picture frame on the left shelf.
Hey! This is when Lana and I went to the theme park.
Oh no! This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy.
Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner.
There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gans must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff of legends are made of. Does he keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? Okay. Giant window? Look at that giant window. Makes you want to crap. Excuse me? It makes you want to crash through it and jump outside. We're 15 stories up, sir. This is the 15th floor. I knew. I was just saying. Saying what? Ever since making Detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that.
Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams.
As long as he doesn't go crashing through that window. When he gets fired.
Don't say that.
Okay. I think that's it. So the question is, now that we've broken into the office... Oh yeah, that's right. Because we've broken into this office, Detective Gumshoe is gonna be fired. Forgot about that.
Oh, this mark looks like some kind of flower.
Where it is, it's designed after the insignia on the prosecutor's badge. Prosecutor's badge? Yeah, like the one hanging from your collar. Except better and more shiny. What? They have badges too? The design is supposed to portray the severity of the punishment system.
Now that you mention it, it does look all pointy and kind of painful.
But Mr. Edgeworth never wears a badge. It's because he's a sharp dresser. Much like that wouldn't go too well with his outfit.
So sharp dressers don't need to wear badges?
Guess everyone has a kind of, I guess everyone just kind of lets it slide. I don't see how that's, supposed to signify severe punishment. Okay. None of the prosecutors have shown us their badges. How can we be sure they're really prosecutors? That's true, they just say they are. Okay. I think we've got everything. So now we're gonna get Gumshoe fired. Let's talk to him before we can never talk to him again. Oh, nice, he has stuff to talk about. That desk on the other side of the room, was that your sister's?
Yes. That's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago.
Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to anyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see.
So, ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk?
No one except Chief Gant. And the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. I think the game is trying to tell me to spray fluid all over it. Let's do that. Okay, wait. That's why I got my smartest idiot badge. Oh wait, never trust a man without a badge. Exactly. Let's use it. What? Wait. No, we need to examine first, right? I'm using the wrong thing here. Spray! There we go. For all we know, Edgeworth could just be a hot dog vendor. A smartly dressed hot dog vendor. Or worse still. Oh!
must have been covered in blood.
Is this from that incident?
It must be. When Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered.
2 years have passed, so...
Oh, 2 years have passed, so the reaction's kind of dull.
So a murder really did take place here. Nice. Now to see if there's any blood anywhere else. Wait, Gant finds his room broken into and covered in Nick's white fluid that can only end well. And a fair amount of white powder too. Puberty has hit Emma for a second there yet. Okay, time to spritz. Okay, we almost got this half of the room. There has to be blood on this pipe organ. You cannot... You cannot tell me there isn't. Many officers have been punished by being thrown onto this organ. Maybe it's on the other half. Nothing. Is there anything on the other half of the room? Not even on the suit of armor? Nope. No, I guess it only goes as far. Not even on his desk? His phone? The safe? You can't tell me the chief hasn't spilled blood here. Okay. It's the organ of the damned. Oh boy. But we can't prove it. He's cleaned it too well. Alright. Let's ask about the chief. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah. You wouldn't be. No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Oh, okay. Now then, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? When someone tells you, don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that. Sorry. This guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think. Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you?
What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him?
He is 100% guilty. It's either you or him. Chief Gant, so it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignoring me again. Well, was I any help? Of course! Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, why'd you say that? You could have said anything. You could have said anything, Phoenix. You could have said, you could have slapped him across the face and being like, we're thanks for letting us render you unconscious and letting us steal the ID off of you, you incompetent detective. Cough. Cough. We totally took advantage of you, and you did not want to give us your ID card, Phoenix! Oh no. Wait, Chugance and Emma are the ultimate mass murder pair? They made the world think there was only one serial killer. Makes sense, you know? He hung around with Lana, but in truth, his true partner was always Emma. Okay, now, that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right? You in the coat. Chief Gant! We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in science. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out the window and saw a stray dog running into a pole. Just then, I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir. Sorry. Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off your ID card on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But sir. Now get out. Yes, sir. No! Phoenix, you could have said anything! Anything, Phoenix. We are so screwed now. Okay. Wait, they made you think... Oh, sorry. Gant. What? Why did you cover my whole office in luminal? It's, silly string. We'll be on our way too, then. Wait. You the one without... The one without the spiky hair? What? Don't go yet.
Me, sir?
I'd like a word with you.
But, sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator.
You with the spiky hair. You're free to go.
Mr. Wright.
No! No. No. I mean, we knew this was gonna happen, but no! Phoenix, why did you say that? Oh, okay. Look, pal. If I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? But you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence, Chief Gant was hiding in his office. I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why has she kept eerily silent about it all this time? Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal. Oh, no. Okay, wait. We have to find Gant guilty so his successor can countermand the order? Countermand the order? We're undercover prosecutors now? Oh no. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions. Uh-oh. So she'll be busy for the rest of the day. No, did she get arrested? Emma, no, it's the Japanese city police department. I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I've committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. Ma'am, you do realize you're talking to Phoenix, right? Oh, he's not gonna get it. He's not gonna get it. Wait, they do straight up beatings at questions. Wait, really? Oh no. I said I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. That's not a lie, is it? You stabbed his corpse. You know, I think I found out. Hi, Hula Goblin. Or Gremlin, how you doing? Jeez, sorry, I'm a little off. Yes, Japanese police interrogations can be really bad. Oh, okay. That's concerning. I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind... I know who it is that's lurking behind your words. Gotta keep that 99% conviction rate, and confessions make it easy, I say. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now my chance to get her to tell me the rest. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Reminder that you don't have a right to have a lawyer present. It keeps them honest. Oh! Okay, keeping quiet. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What's an intriguing notion? A certain individual, you say? So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No. I think afraid of is more like it. Oh, I bet she'll start talking if you show her the Emma evidence. Maybe. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who, may I ask, is this person you're speaking of? The one I'm supposedly so frightened of? What is this person's name? It's Mike Meekins! Look at that intimidating face. He's so clearly in charge. I don't know. Could it be yourself? Mike Mastermind Meekins. It's so obvious this whole time. Such a suspicious man. Well, Miss Guy? Mr. Wright, you're addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place. I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? Okay, Damon Gant? We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically hiding and forging evidence. Of course, those are serious offenses. Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned? Chief Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of the investigation. Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gant. If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case. Oh. No. There's a lot of pressure. There's so many things. Okay. Okay. So, show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case. So we hid a fragment of this jar. The portion that had the most blood. He hid this piece of cloth, which has Emma's fingerprints on it. But the biggest thing is the list of evidence that part was missing, and he was looking at it and he hid it in his desk. So I think that's the thing, but I could be wrong. Wait, he literally hid evidence in his office. So he could physically remove evidence, but how would he make sure no one asks what's missing? Yeah. So I think it's the list, because I don't think there's really anything else. Because I don't think we want to get into the evidence that was tampered with, because the knife was, I believe, tampered with because it doesn't match the knife that was stabbed into Neil Marshall's back. The tip. So I'm gonna bet on the fact that it's this evidence list. I gotta fix the papers. If he just took the evidence, the paperwork would have been evidence of tampering. Yeah. That would make sense. Okay, so let's present this list of evidence. I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. Oh, okay. We could have picked any of them. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing the evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the Chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate. Okay. Is it because of your sister? Okay, wait. Yep, the jar works too. Okay, so I was stressing over which one to pick, and it wouldn't have mattered. Okay. In the murder of Detective Goodman? Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Orders? Although I can't tell you the details. I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Ah, the gloves. It makes sense. Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered the murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. Ah. Oh! So literally Gant probably got Goodman into the evidence room, got him to open up the locker, probably got him to pull out the evidence, and basically like, hey Goodman, you see that knife there? And then just grabbed it and shoved it straight into his chest. And it was blunt because the tip was broken. Oh, that would have sucked. Oh. And his safe code was 77777. I probably did too many sevens. Yep. And he used his... The crazy thing is he used his key card to open up the evidence room and then was like, hey, Goodman, let's go to your locker or something. Oh, man. Okay, so the knife from the SL9 incident, serial killer Joe Dark's knife. I couldn't leave that knife in him. So I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edgeworth's knife. That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. That is the reason for the bandage on your right hand? Yes, it seems I got blood on the victim's shoe as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in. Miss Star, huh? Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? Okay. Like I said last stream, Goodman's loses his idea and Gant offers to open the door. It makes total sense. Also, not guilty of murder, definitely guilty of desecrating a body. Well, I was hoping to get her off, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to. It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't, oh my goodness. I didn't ever want to be, I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible. So you hid Dark's knife? The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it. In Edgeworth's exhaust pipe? Right. Then I called my sister to tell her what happened and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You asked Emma? I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling? The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. Wait, what? To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden. I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least I thought I would, or could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh, you mean... Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. But Lana, you've earned my respect, Miss Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Tomorrow's trial, there's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. Gotta get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer? And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. Wait, it's literally his job to pursue this in court tomorrow. That is quite annoying. Alright. Save. Fortunately, you've never done something prohibited by your job. Oh, well. Oh, we're just in court. Okay. This is the defendant lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes. Oh, that's Edgeworth. Edgeworth! Knowing... knowing you, you've already figured it out. who the owner of the Mr. 7 ID number is, that is. I have a pretty strong hunch. Alright. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True. Not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from the list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, Wright, and Chief Prosecutor Skye will be found guilty. But she didn't do it! I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. It's the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth? Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. It depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. See you in court, Miss Wright. Oh my goodness. Wait, it's 7 sevens. I do kind of like Edgeworth in this, where he also knows this case reeks an honesty and honestly wants to get justice one way or another. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Or he's becoming a better and better character over time. It's amazing. In his own edgy way. This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now. Maya and Mia, I need you right now, please. Okay, so we're in courtroom number 9. Oh boy. Alright, court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Not really. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally this is when the prosecution pulls forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Oh no. Chief Gant. Uh-oh. Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, Edgy. Or Udgy. Been back to the pool yet? Oh, Udgy, it's the judge. Okay. No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. Oh! That's a good one. I think I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? Oh, goodness. Emma... Maya, Skye, man, just appeared. He's a ghost, yeah. It might as well be. He's just as terrifying as a ghost. Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. Because I threatened her. I mean, cough. She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it would save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Object! Object! Show him your anti-ghost badge. What's this all about, defendant? I'd like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished. Well then, what's your request? Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana! You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. But Lana... Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I'd like you to render your verdict now, if you please. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. The request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial. Oh my god, someone do something, please! Not like this! She's not acting in sound mind. Remove her right to self-determination. Even if Miss Wright may feel otherwise. This can't be happening. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant... Yes! One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you. But why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, Tisk, tisk. I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant. What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes? Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal? Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh, to who? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony. Hold it. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. Wait, cookies. Wait, hold on. I missed a bunch of stuff. Oh, wait. Sorry, Automod got aggressive again. Cook his ass. The exposure of the truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Worthy. You'll live to regret this, mark my words. Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Oh. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Emma. Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator.
2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct?
Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though.
I'm sorry. But as I had my trauma dug up, so we much do with you as well. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Your Honor, I swear. That definitely doesn't sound like someone who is controlling the case behind the scenes with threats. Wait, you'll live to regret this in front of the whole court, yep. Yes, it most certainly is. Well, okay then. You sure came in fast. Now, it's time for a break. Alright, so that was my alarm, so I'll take a quick break for a few minutes. And then we'll see what Emma has to say about the incident 2 years ago. Alright, be back in a little bit. Alrighty, I am back. I'm ready to find out what the heck is going on. Hopefully we can see what Edgeworth wants to ask Emma about. And hopefully it'll be something useful. Ow! Thank you for the welcome, my pleasure. Okay, so what were you gonna ask, Edgeworth? Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. Oh. No button. Show them the plushies! The trip to yesteryears has finally begun. It's about to lead to the truth behind this trial. Let's hope so. Plushie badge! 2 years ago.
I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest.
Emma? Emma, what did you just say? He was stabbed in the back, Emma! You're giving an inaccurate testimony, Emma. What are you doing? Oh, can confirm. It's not the chief. It's Emma. She is the mastermind behind all of this. This whole entire time. Oh, and she's making Gant take the fall for all of her crimes. It all makes sense, though. It's a good thing you weren't harmed.
I passed out. I don't remember much.
No. That actually may be true. She might not have... Like, she may have gone into a craze and started stabbing. And then passed out. And then forgot it due to trauma. Gant is actually a robotic drone. Her remote control police chief. Oh, God. Man, how deep does this go? That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth. What does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Why is it my job? It's his witness! Aye. Okay. So... Oh no, where was the information from the original case? Because we want... I'm 100% certain. Ah, here we go. Neil autopsy's report. Stabbed in the back, died from punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was in the wound. Perfect. Okay. A scientific stabbing frenzy. He's putting the ball on your court, or he's putting the ball on your court so you can defend E. It's undercover co-op. The drawing, maybe, or yeah, we can go with that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Let's try this. I'm sorry, Emma. This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in the statement, Your Honor. Wait, what? How exactly are the evidence in the statement just now related? What? They aren't. Are they? What? What? Excuse me? What? She... Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. What do you mean? Seriously, man. Another case of the game punishing you for doing things in the wrong order. How is this the wrong order? Ah! Okay, fine. Fine! Fine, game! Do you need to spell it out in spaghetti noodles? Yeah, we need... What was it? Alphabet soup? You do need to do this, but not now. Okay. Fine, we'll do it your way. Stupid game. It's a way of things. It's so obvious! I get the impression this case was a little rushed compared to the others, maybe. I don't know. Just be present. Yep. Okay, I was waiting in my sister's office. 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct?
Yes. She was second in command under the Deputy Chief of Police, Gant. My sister. She was the best detective ever.
Yes, I remember. Deputy Chief Gant and Miss Sky used to be quite the pair. I believe they shared the same office.
That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk. I dream about playing that organ.
It was there?
Wanted to play it that day, too.
The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day.
Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work.
Okay, man came running in. A man?
Yes, Joe Jark. He was a serial killer.
Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on that day of the ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest. When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right? Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Sky and Gant's office.
There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him.
Okay. Marshall rescue? What was the prosecutor doing there? That day, there were two people present during Dark's questioning. Deputy Chief Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Almost forgot about Gant. Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony. I assume that would be why he was the first to run after Dark.
When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead.
And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in?
I didn't clearly remember what happened then. Or I don't clearly remember what happened then, but...
Okay, well, I'll never forget what I saw in that instant, okay? What is it? Can you tell us about that?
Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then, the lights went out.
The lights?
It was just about the time of year. There was a terrible storm going on. The lightning struck nearby.
So the electricity went out. Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right?
Right, but just then, lightning flashed again outside. A sudden flash left an unforgettable image of a scene in my mind.
I see.
I told the detective about what I saw then.
The detective?
Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case.
Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. Hear more? Yes. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago?
Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial.
And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw?
Yes, but at the time the words just couldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture.
A picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before. Oh, it is her picture. Okay. Almost right. Have you heard enough? Take out the... or ask about the picture. This picture the witness drew. I believe it has a very important meaning. Ugh. But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture. Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Is this the contradiction I had to hit first before the last part, I guess? And in a shocking turn of events, another storm brews and the lights go out, and when they come back on, Emma is dead with a totally not Gant's knife in her back. Look at this drawing. Yep. Okay, let's press you. Every time I do it, makes me luring. You drew a picture of the scene you witnessed, right?
Yes, I wanted to do everything I could to help the investigation. I can still see it now, whenever I close my eyes.
That's strange. I took over the case after Prosecutor Marshall died, yet I've never received any picture. Perhaps the witness is mistaken?
But I did draw it, I swear. I'm not just imagining it.
This picture that Emma drew. That reminds me. Guess I should check the evidence again. Well, anyway, let's continue. The scene that imprinted an image in your mind. Can you please describe it to us?
That man.
Okay, raise his knife. Here we go. Objection! It has not been lost, you lie! Present. Yep, we show the drawing first, and then we call her out on her inability to tell a chest from a back. Mr. Edgeworth, this little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet, you who insist on denying and yet you would insist on denying its existence. And you would insist on denying its existence. Oh my god. Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold. This is the evidence list from the SL9 incident. Please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn it over? Turn it... Ah! What's this? It's the first time we learned you could flip pages over. Exactly, Your Honor. Yes. What is that?
Hey, that's it! That's the picture I drew.
Indeed. Two men appear to be wrestling here. What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? I stole it. Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Huh? These lists, they're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. Oh my god, Judge, how can you be so on top of this stuff? But turning a page... Oh, okay, these two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here, where they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in this case ever reached you. What? What?! Oh boy. Order, order. Goodness. We don't allow two-sided printing in this courtroom. There should never be anything on the back. The judge honestly did probably believe the paper was only one-sided. He only reads every number, or even number pages in books. That must be very confusing. But Miss Skye, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list?
Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor.
He was in on it too! Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor? Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Yes, that's quite conceivable. Mr. Edgeworth? It's possible. Let's see. Something wrong? Do you even have to ask? You never turn... You... Wait. Wait. Edgeworth. Do you not look at the pack of papers either? This whole entire time, did you receive half of the evidence and you never turned it over? Sorry, Your Honor. There's indeed something drawn on the back of my list. It's that thing. What the heck? No! I've been wrong this whole time! The badger did it! It's not Emma, it's not Gant. That badger! He was the only other one in the evidence room. It's all coming together. This whole case. Wait, damn, that's a book idea. I want to write a book that reads coherently but reads differently if you only read even or odd number pages. That would be amazing. All hail the anthem of our Lord. The blue badger. That's that thing. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room. Clearly, this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives. I guess he was out of scrap paper. Evidence list restored. Oh, it was ripped. Okay, I see. They do print on only, like, one side. Okay, evidence list restored and updated in the court record. Okay, list of evidence. In the SL9 incident, half of this list was found in Gant's desk. Got it. Very well, witness. Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago? Huh? Oh yes, sir, Your Honor. What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture. Okay, your picture.
This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that incident. I
think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. I don't know, maybe it's trauma, Judge. Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw. Well, I don't see any contradictions here. Clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Defense may now begin its cross-examination. Now we know the real reason you hate the Badger. Yep. Okay. Press? Ow! Hi, Beaker, how are you doing? Did you draw this picture right after the incident?
I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything.
During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gant and Lana Skye. 2 or 3 days later, the memory should still have been fresh in our mind. Excuse me, Miss Witness. But can you please tell us why this picture is painted all in black? Oh my god, Judge. Were you not paying attention? This man. It might be. Just made Canadian bagel, Canadian bacon, egg, bagel, cheese. Nice. And some coffee. Ooh, sounds good. Hope it tastes good.
Oh. Flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. Press.
Ooh, I had steak and a brownie for lunch, cooking out on company time. Nice. Billy is happy. Yay. So, at the time, you didn't even know it was Marshall who had come to your rescue.
No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright, and I was knocked to the floor.
You were knocked to the floor?
Dark had a tight grip on me but when Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed.
Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed?
After that I must have fainted.
Are you sure about that? Absolutely sure? You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place?
No, I'm sorry.
The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further?
Edgeworth, please! We need to ask these questions. What?
Hey, I'm not the bad guy here.
Anyway, this picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant.
Okay. Wait, Neil stabs Dark in the chest. Wait, Gant stabs Neil in the back. Wait, really? Emma thought Neil and Dark swapped places. Wait. Oh, makes sense. Makes sense. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw?
Of course, this is the exact scene.
It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives? Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright? Yes. I mean, no, of course not. I better watch out or he might find some way to cut my salary. What salary?
I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives. So I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me.
Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture? Huh? Oh, well. That's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind. And yet, there's clearly a contradiction here. Can you explain the contradiction? Oh boy. But the knife in the picture is drawn interestingly. Yeah. The autopsy? See, I wanted to get the chest thing because that was clearly wrong, because it looks like the positioning, it should, you know, should be stabbed in the back, right? But unless it was the halberd. Right? Which has a very similar shape. So maybe you're right. Maybe it was Neil. Neil on top with Dark on the bottom. There is something else important in the autopsy report. Okay. Let's go to the autopsy report. Stabbed in the back, died from punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was in the wound. Okay. Name of deceased. Date. Okay, cause of death. Single stab wound piercing heart and lung. Assessment died from blood loss in under 10 minutes. Weapon found in wound was missing tip. Like the halberd? Or... Unless, like, that was literally Dark grabbing the halberd and going to stab him with it. So why is the knife drawn without a tip in the picture? Oh. Okay. So it was missing a tip. Because he was stabbed in the back. Okay, a knife tip was in the wound. Why does it say there's a knife tip in the wound, but weapon did not have tip? So I'm right about the actual reason is dumb. Okay. So how do I get... Okay, so I assume I'm on this part, right? This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. Weapon was found without tip after, yeah. But... how did this work exactly? I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to present this evidence. Because the halberd is right there, right? And it's shown in the picture. But it was on this statue. And it's 2 years ago the halberd was removed at Gant's behest, giving it its current form, and I don't know if that's enough. Do I present the autopsy? Broken tip was found in the victim's body belonging to murderer Joe Dark. I'm confused. Don't need to solve it right now, just reveal the contradiction. Okay, so how do I do that though? Because I'm assuming I'm supposed to be on this picture, right? So the contradiction is the fact that it's already broken. We got a tipless knife. Yup. So, do I present the fact that... Do I do the autopsy report? Because if the knife tip was found in the wound, that would mean it would have the tip before the stabbing. How does a knife tip get found in a victim if he was stabbed with a knife with no tip? Go for it? Okay, I'll try it. Because I think this is the only thing that suggests a tip, right? That was found in his body. Okay. It's not like you're the one getting arrested if you... Cool. Please work. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew... Oh, please. Please. Contains a blatant contradiction. Thank goodness! Okay. Let's take it one step Was the dude in the picture removing the knife? That's a good question.
What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday.
Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. Which part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report? This part? These? The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. Okay, he had a big... think over that one. If you look closely, you can see its tip is broken. Okay. Slams desk. Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright.
But Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too.
If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body.
It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer.
I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. I swear. Also, hello, Steve the Wizard. Yeah, Phoenix Wright. Brain cell number 1 holding strong. Gears slippage on number 2. And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? My god. Do I have to spell this out to everybody? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. Ah! What's the meaning of this? Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there. That's right. But what does this mean? Oh boy. The objections and slamming of desk just happens way too quickly. The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time. She was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There's another explanation. Okay, here we go. I want the desk to break at some point. Yep. Or Nick gets a splinter. Miles Edgeworth is the only character in the series who is consistently shown to have at least one brain cell at all points in time. Yep. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence? You're treading on thin ice, right? All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. No. Ah! Fortunately, that brain cell gets screwed. Wait. Scrombulated sometimes? Order! Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted? Your Honor, please allow me once again to go over the events that took place the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. Scrombulated is a perfect... crumulent word? I'm very confused. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. This is my belief that somewhere in this story, there is a lie.
I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife.
If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. The brain cells are working! There must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of there being 2 broken knives? Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. There have been one? Mix. A bit of steam coming off them, but it seems solid. The second broken knife is the halberd. Yep. If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by a simple observational error.
Mr. Wright.
In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. I assume then that you have some information about this other broken knife? If so, please feel free to enlighten us. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. Okay, so we don't have the halberd because it was removed. So do I just show the trophy? Because it does say 2 years ago the halberd was removed at Gant's behest, giving it its current form. Or do I show the picture? Because it's in the picture. I mean, I have a lot of life left, so I'm betting on the trophy, I think. We'll try that. Because it does bring up the halberd. Okay, please tell me this is correct. What better way to cover up a murder weapon than to make it into a trophy? If anything's broken here, it's you. Huh? I'm sure this all must be very amusing to you, Miss Wright. But may I remind you that the fate of Islamic sky hangs in the balance. Sorry, Your Honor. Please give me another chance. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. Please. Please. So it's the photo? I'm thinking so. Okay, I'm gonna go over this very carefully. Wasn't a cloth, wasn't this paper. Could be the photo. We have the autopsy report. Which does give us information. And that the weapon, I believe, was still in the body. Maybe? Was it? No. Weapon found in wound was missing tip. Okay, was still in the body. But that doesn't help. There's the case files, which just talks about the people on the case. But is that the most recently updated autopsy report? Yeah. The jar was present, but it's probably not it. We're trying to prove that this isn't the word murder weapon, so that can't be it. I'm gonna say photo. It's probably the photo. Please? The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Oh my god, seriously? Okay, I guess it's a photo. Right here inside this picture. This is a picture of the award ceremony. This is a picture of the award ceremony. Ah! What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall is holding. Nice, yeah! That's a broken knife! I don't know how he could Okay, explain to me how you have a blunt piece of a trophy, which has a broken tip, mind you. It's not sharpened. And this guy did so with such force, stabbed that trophy not only through the heart, but through the lung into some man's back. That's crazy. I mean, the trophy doesn't have the halberd anymore, so presenting it doesn't help. I guess that's true. It just said halberd and that the halberd was removed, so I wasn't sure. But yeah, the picture makes sense. You stab really, really hard. Hey, mobile time. No. He was looking for a piece to store, or looking for a place to store his trophy, but no one was good enough, so use the human body as a sheath. Yeah, there's a lot of muscle in the back to be able to get through all of those into the heart and lung. As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award. Order, order, order! Near Marshall was awarded the King of Prosecutors that day. And as the award, he was given this broken shield and knife. Then he chased after Joe Dark. He pulled out this knife. Okay. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. But that can't be. Oh? And why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutor war knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. Oh! Is that so impossible? But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. That's true. What's going on here? Wait, Slime's following him? It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. Oh.
Wait! I remember now. I remember everything.
Witness?
Mr. Edgeworth.
What is it?
Could you show me your evidence list again, please?
His list? The one with that pictures scribbled on the back? No! Phoenix Wright has no idea what's going on here. I don't think he ever does, really.
I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it.
Okay. We've established this, but go on. What? You drew that?
That's right. The list was torn in half at the time I drew this picture.
Oh, interesting positioning.
All this time I was trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me.
Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony? Would you please tell us what you've recalled, Miss Sky?
Yes, Your Honor.
Here we go. The true killer. It's the Blue Badger. First the knife mix-up and now the Blue Badger. This could be interesting. It can't be the Blue Badger was the murderer. Exactly. It's true. Okay.
When I saw the man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the Blue Badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow.
Oh my god. This is certainly most unusual. No, wait, this is not actually... No, you're not No. No, you're not telling me Jake Marshall had the piece of his trophy ready to stab Joe Dark. had him in his grasp, and then Emma bumped into him to try to stop him. And then in the background, the Blue Badger theme started playing, and the Badger picked up the knife and stabbed Neil. No! Badger, your antics are as despicable as your theme song. This is certainly most unusual. Try impossible. The chief of detectives hadn't even designed him until this year. That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Yes, well, the defense may now begin... Stop. Please, don't pursue this any further. Lana? What's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the chair, please remain seated in the defendant's chair. But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that? Maybe Emma actually did do this something. Oh, man. This is... I don't even know anymore. We got 3 main suspects. The Badger, the Chief, and Emma. Lana, yep. Not having been born yet. Is it an alibi? Why can't you just leave it at that? Chief Prosecutor Sky. We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back. Again, probably threatening to harm Emma or something, I reckon. Oh no. If Emma didn't knock away Neil and it led to Neil's death, maybe Lana doesn't want her to know that. Oh, that would make a lot of sense. Silence! The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant. It seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. Uh-oh. Oh no, I've played this game before, so I'm not going to spoil it. Thank you. Wait, you did! You told us that the Blue Badger was... Did you not? You even said it yourself, not having been born yet wasn't an alibi. You revealed the Blue Badger's guilt. Oh man, what a spoiler. Okay. Let's press on that. When you say that man, I assume you refer to Joe Dark?
Yes, at least I think it was him.
You think?
All I could really see were shadows.
Slams the desk. No spoilers. Scratch that spoiler from the court record. The power outage that immediately preceded the incident is also documented in the prosecutor's office reports. So then you... Okay. Panicked and rushed towards both of them? Or would you do something so dangerous?
What else could I have done? I was about to stab Mr. Marshall.
Or so you thought? She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife. But we've just theorized Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife.
Well, I didn't know that at the time. When that Dark guy knocked me down, all I could think was, I've got to help that other person.
Uh-oh. Oh no. The court would like the player to disregard it. Yep. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Okay. What do you mean, you think?
It all happened so fast. And I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. What did I... It's all kind of a blur.
Miss Sky was almost killed before she was witness to a murder about to take place. With so much happening in the matter of seconds, a little disorientation is only natural. Actually, to bring up that, yeah, Edgeworth would know about that, considering the... What was it? He threw a gun and he thought that by throwing a gun he shot his own father.
I saw the man about to stab the other person, so I thought it... who I thought was Mr. Marshall. And we had to stop the man with the knife.
What you did was very brave, young girl. So then what happened next?
Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger.
That's very concerning. Are you sure about this?
Of course, see? I even drew a picture of him here.
But it was the chief of detectives who thought up this heinous beast. And that was just his theory. The blue badger didn't exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable.
No, it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling that I've seen him before somewhere. This murderous entity staring deep within my soul, wielding a knife.
Goodness. Don't short sell it. The dude who did take out his dad was his mentor. Yeah, Edgeworth was a blue badger Edgeworth has a blue badger plushie confirmed. Okay.
Now I finally remember.
Oh, brother. Just when you thought that thing had caused enough commotion. Tell us, where in the room did you see him dancing? What kind of question is that? He received it from Gumshoe against his will.
He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow.
His shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face with its winning smile and all?
That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns.
This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken. That may well be. But what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation? If so, then by all means, please tell us what the shadow really was. Oh, don't make me figure this out. What was it Emma saw when that lightning flashed? Who is this blue badger really? Oh my goodness. They do make actual blue badger plushies, like you could get one on Fangamer. No, they do? So did she see something similar? Oh wait, don't make me figure this out. Always pick the option where we're sure. Or bluffing. The blue badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew this picture. Is she certain she saw its shadow? Oh, I think I know what's going on. Yeah, this one is a real pain to work out. Now I know what to send E if she ever posts a P.O. box. No! Anything else with 3 protrusions? Oh, I know exactly what this thing is. But it just confuses me even more. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on the fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the blue badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room. What?
Mr. Wright!
Is the jar here? In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. What is it that the witness saw in that instant? Please show us this mysterious blue badger lookalike. Well, it's very obvious now, isn't it? Okay. Good, because I have no idea what's going on. Okay, so if we look at all the evidence, right? Just to take a quick look. Nothing really looks like it. But if you look at this jar, maybe I check this jar real quick. like so. It kind of looks like it. Sort of thing. So this was definitely at the scene of the crime. This is one of the evidence there. So if she saw this, maybe it kind of looks like a jester kind of points on it too. Wait, Edgeworth is the blue badger in the room with us right now? Okay, sure, it could be. You gotta be really precise with the angle in this one. It's a massive pain in the backside. Oh no, okay. Alright. So, that was my alarm, so I will take a quick break, and then we'll attempt to see if we could get this after that. You're close, but not quite right. Okay. I'll have to check out the paper after the break and then see if we can get it. Alright, be back in a little bit. Alrighty, I am back and ready to continue. So let's figure out what the heck the blue badger was. Ow. Ow. Thank you for the welcome back, please. Okay, so can I check the picture? Okay, so we've got a round piece at the bottom. Okay, 2 curved pieces and a straight piece. Okay, ow. So... like this? Is this it? Or, oh, like this? Is this what we're talking about? Maybe? This was even worse on DS. Okay. So, I'm gonna assume it's the jar, so I'm gonna present the jar. The mysterious blue badger was, in fact, this. But this... what exactly is that? I believe it's some sort of jar.
Mr. Wright, this doesn't look anything like the blue badger.
Indeed, it doesn't. Okay, this is probably it. So, oh, thank you so much for the follow. I hope I say your name right. Dustgales? Thank you. Really appreciate it. Is it with the blood facing towards the camera? Maybe. We'll see. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Our viewpoint? I've got to show them the correct angle. No! No! Please! Not with the music! Oh! Why do you hate us so much? Okay. No. Okay. Okay, so... Okay. Is it like this? Is this it? This is it. This is it. I don't know. Is it too high? Too steep? You think so? Yeah, way too steep. Okay. So like more like that. Oh, wait. Like this? Kind of thing? Maybe? Okay, hold on. Wait! I didn't... Oh, shoot! I hit the wrong one! This isn't right. I've gotta make it look more like the badger. Allow me to remind the defense. Its case hinges on the witness's drawing. If Mr. Wright can't match the shape the witness drew, we cannot accept his claim. I've gotta find just the right angle. Maybe I should rotate it vertically a bit more, or horizontally?
Come on, Mr. Wright. You can do it.
I've gotta show them the correct angle to look at. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. You rotated it right the last second, yep. Or not, yeah. Okay. Let's try it like there. Like this? This has to be it, right? And then, okay, rotation goes like this and like this, right? I mean, this would make... Right? This has to be it. Yeah, it's really precise. I think this is it, but I could be wrong. Okay, let's try it. Please? Wait. gotta make it look more like the badger. What do you mean? But it looks like the badger. Okay, yeah, I got it, yeah, sure. Still too steep. Really? Sorry, you were 1 degree off. Ah. Okay. This is gonna be. I'm gonna be dreaming this theme. I hope you guys understand this. Okay, so I did it where it was like this and like that. But if I keep going like that, maybe like that. No, was that what I presented earlier? No. Like that? Like this feels right. Friendly mind break. Dujin feature Blue Badger? Or Dojin? Okay. Is this what I presented? Because it looks exactly what I presented, right? I don't... Or did I present this? Is it like this? Maybe that's it. No, it is not. This is probably right. Okay. Please. Oh my god! Well... is this a miracle? What? Oh... No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the blue badger. No. It can't be. It is! Accept it! I'm tired. Order. The defense has proven its claim. Have I? I don't feel like I have. This part is one of a couple reasons this case is my most hated case in the entire series. Oh, I see. Accept it or else. The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this. Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything. I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything. Indeed. Very well, then. Please tell us. What difference now? What's different now that we know the witness saw this jar? I don't know. Why can't Phoenix answer these questions? You're the one who thought of this! Okay. Don't overthink this. Edgeworth, Your Honor, I would like to submit this evidence. Who cares? Oh my god, who really cares about the blue badger? You're happily married for years. You find out your husband uses the blue badger theme as a lullaby for your kid. What do you do? Okay. Okay, let me just take a minute. So like, don't overthink this. Okay. So this jar, right? Is by Gant's desk, right? Because the suit of armor is there, according to this picture. So, there are 2 windows in that room. The murder took place on one side of the room. Not where the jar was, and not where the suit of armor is. So, this does not change the murder weapon, because we already discussed the murder weapon. It has nothing to do with the murder weapon. It does not change the murderer because it doesn't tell us who the murderer was, but it does change the location. Possibly. Because it would make sense that everyone was really disoriented. Because the darkness, the lightness, yeah. Yeah, the jar didn't move. So I feel like that's the case. This isn't a hypothetical, this is the start of my extended honeypot scheme to inflict the blue badger on E for at least 18 more years. Oh no. Okay, let's try the location. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At a very specific angle, might I add, Mr. Wright. Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of this jar is shown in this picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gant. But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testifies so herself. Yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room in Chief Gant's office. Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body? From Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office. Yes. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what that reason is, Mr. Wright? No. I finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Oh, no. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? That would have to have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. The man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on. What would he have hit? Ah! The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous-looking sword. No! Emma's the murderer! Oh, snap! Brain too smooth. Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have to have been Neil Marshall wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes. There is another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility? Of course, the perpetrator would have no idea, but nevertheless... I don't know if I can go through with this. Oh no. Wow, she should be a lineman. Got that blocking power, you know? Mr. Wright, what's the matter? If events take place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Sky knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall. And why her handprints was on that cloth fabric, which looked like a similar outfit piece to Neil's garment. You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? Oh, thank you so much for subscribing, Steve the Wizard. Thank you. I really appreciate it. She played college ball, you know, Put her on the wings and have her squish nerds on the boards. Oh boy. Celebratory plushie. Yay! Ow! Thanks so much. Alright. So,
Mr. Marshall died because of me?
that's right.
No!
And she collapsed on the floor. Oh, wait. I never imagined her testimony would lead to this. So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. This is exactly why she wasn't testifying originally. Objection! What? What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Sky, but given the circumstances... Oh boy. He's seeing the future. And she fell on the third broken knife, a blue badger branded knife. Kind of a shock to find out she committed involuntary manslaughter? Yeah. Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her? Oh, we got a nervous face. Imagine that coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep everyone else from finding out what Emma did, wasn't it? 'Cause she was the first one on the scene! Oh, snap! Okay. Yep, it's coming together. Oh, manslaughter is a lesser charge than murder, at least. Yep. Manslaughter might be a lesser charge, but it sounds worse. Okay. I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't. Yes. It certainly would have been difficult to prove this with evidence. If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. Uh-huh. We certainly can't get dead people to testify. Are you sure? We haven't tried. Phoenix, why don't we give it a go? We can just dig them up, right? Maybe? It was even attempted in self-defense. A lot easier to prove. Big Sis covered it up. Not with that attitude, Nick. This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning. Oh my god, please. Edgeworth. Touché, Miss Sky. Of course. That only leaves us with one possibility. You mean there's still another possibility? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life. Oh my! The jar! Oh snap! We need Maya now. Maya's still vibing under the waterfall. If she found enough time in waterfalls. Oh boy. That's right, we could just... She's a spirit medium. In one manner or another. That's impossible. Well, Miss Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist? I've got to think back to the court record. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind. She found this really seedy film director who promised to help her find a waterfall. Kept saying she had to do it naked. Oh no. Is in the evidence. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer? It's not murder. Do not be mistaken, Miss Sky. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There's only one thing we seek. The truth. No matter how painful it might be. But it's fine, right? It's just normal spirit medium training, right? Oh no. Now then, Mr. Wright. Please show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased. Okay. Jar. This is a message left by the deceased. This is the blue badger from before, right? Oh, is he going to just speak the killer's name? If that thing could, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here, on the surface of this jar. What do you mean? If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar. It looks like someone wiped the blood away. Yes, but notice, for some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. Yes, there is a line here drawn in blood. So what you're saying is these dots were once lines. Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message. One that someone apparently wiped away. Oh my goodness. Wait. Emma isn't the one on trial here, Lana. You're the only one who sees a jar, Nick. Sometimes a jar is just a jar. It's a red eye situation. Also, thank you for the hydration. Okay. One that someone apparently wiped away. But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points. Now, new case. Defend Emma Sky. Oh no. And the victim's message will become apparent. No. Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave for us? Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. I've got to connect these dots to make the letters. Oh no. There's only one thing the victim could have written given the circumstances. The murderer's name. Okay. What do I do? Do I just... Okay, don't connect this one. Oh, okay. Like that? Like this? Wouldn't it be better if we used luminal fluid? Or has it just been that wiped? It worked on the stain on the, you know. Is this not... Okay. Here to here? And here to here? And here... I guess, would it count if I do like this? And then there. To there. And then... like that? Does that work? Or is how technical is this gonna be? When a jar became the blue badger, it doesn't go back. Another puzzle. Hey, Sonny, how you doing? Okay, let's present it. Oh. It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Dun dun dun! Emma! Wait, all things eventually become the blue badger. It's just funny to imagine Phoenix writing her name on the jar. Yeah. Did they give him, like, finger paint? Or, like, how did he do this? Okay, Emma. So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Dun, dun, dun. Of all people, she may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Skye. This case, the roller coaster we have gone on. The final message. Side note, I should make a custom portal chamber for E. Oh, nice. Seaworthy? Can't say I didn't warn you. Are you innocent in all this? I'm so confused. Wait, I need to fire up the hammer again. Nice. So, that's so brutal though. Dude was about to get stabbed and she shouldered him into a suit of armor. Yep. Chief Gant. Gant is definitely not innocent. He's still hiding evidence. Yep. Do you understand the implication of what you've done? Remember where you found the missing pieces of the boss base? Yeah, in his safe. What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in that case, were you not? Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but use forged evidence to ensure his conviction. But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice. What? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Uh-oh. Wait, innocent? Happy little accidents? Despite what everyone may say, this fact cannot be denied. Why are you throwing Edgeworth under the bus again? What's going on? They may have sent an innocent man to his death. How can he just stand there like it wasn't his fault? Order, order, order! Order! Oh boy. Speaking of covering up Mr. Gant, I wish to dropkick this man. The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows. The guy's a serial killer. He's throwing Edgeworth under the bus because he's the absolute worst. Oh no. He looked like such a cool guy when I first saw him. Alright. Guess we're saving. Man. Alright, we're in the lobby. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours. Hope I didn't interrupt anything, pals. Read the room? Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? I've been fired. Got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And on top of it, you call me here? I'm even happy. I've seen even happier people at funerals. Take it Lana's having you run errands again? Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Here, she asked me to give this to you if there was a break in the trial. Evidence law? Edgeworth was talking about this just the other day. You must know that 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no one shall be shown without... Okay. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
This is right, Mr. 8. Or is that right, Mr. 8?
It seems so.
Could at least study some evidence law, really.
Oh my goodness. Wait. It's always... Wait, hang on. A serial killer? Yep. Oh, hi, Maximus. How you doing? It's always the cool guys you have to look out for. Gumshoe, you have a singular talent. This bit is really important. Make sure you memorize it. Wait, what? No! Gumshoe is a total bro. What do you mean, memorize it? A chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message. A message? She said, if you're planning to take him on, you're going to need this book. Him? Guess I'll need to give this book a thorough read. Oh no. The evidence law thingy. You can check it in the court record. Okay, that's good. Okay, evidence law securely slipped into my pocket. Doesn't look like the book will do you any good, though. Now, though. All that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence. That's where you're wrong, detective. Huh? Haven't you figured it out yet? Why it's still sitting in the prosecutor's seat? Why am I still sitting in the prosecutor's seat, despite all these allegations being thrown at me? Mr. Edgeworth, the real trial today hasn't begun yet. What? What else is there left to do? Your credibility's been all but ruined with this forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Skye found out she's unwittingly caused a man's death, and now you're telling me you want to do more? You gotta be kidding me, Hal. You're missing the point, Detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there. What? And we're going to expose him, no matter what it takes. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. Aye. The cover of the book. Wait, I need to take a look at it. Looked like a child's book. Okay, back in the courtroom. Okay, court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. The inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions. Thank you for the news, Your Honor. Very well. Ahem. Normally this is where the prosecution calls forth a witness, but, cough, cough. This isn't easy to say. You see, there's some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have, struck a bargain. You think I may have manipulated the witnesses. I didn't say that. It's just, see, everyone has been talking, and... Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution. A solution? That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses. What? But there's no precedent for what you're proposing. Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses. Okay. Wait. Like a... Took it like a champ. Yeah, this is another tough part. Oh no! Don't tell me that. Well... well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? Unbelievable. Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Very well. The defense accepts prosecution's proposal. Then it's settled. The defense may now call forth the next witness. Mr. Wright. You do realize this is your last chance. If you call the wrong witness, this trial is as good as over. Okay, we can proceed. Yeah, defense attorneys don't call witnesses. They just stand there and look nice. Oh, hi, Mr. Switch's Cheese. How you doing? Call your badge. Thank you for the hydration. I love Wait, barley? I live. Yay! Okay. Clearly, it's Meekins. Call the plushies. Ow. Oh, it's gonna matter, isn't it? Okay, the defense calls out. Ow! The time finally came to bring out the real murderer. What? So, the time's finally come to bring out the real murderer. What is that supposed to mean? Like, why did you guys say this was tough? This shouldn't be tough. We all know it's Damon Gant, right? Right? We're talking about the murder of Goodman, right? I don't know anymore. You gotta figure out who did the murder. Paul Goodman to testify. Oh god, and I forgot to read the book. Okay. So I'm gonna just put the logic on the table here. I believe it to be Damon Gant because everything makes sense, but I'm anxious now because this whole entire thing is making me, like, second guess everything. Because in the beginning, we saw someone stab a body. And it looked a lot like Lana Skye and Star. So I first thought it was them. Emma is probably not the guilty party. I think that would be pretty weird. Gumshoe is probably innocent. Goodman is probably... I don't know. He could have maybe stabbed himself. Marshall and Meekins, I don't think is related. So just... Is it wrong for me to pick Damon Gant? I don't know anymore. Okay. Wait. Call Goodman? He did it. And then you've got to figure out what evidence to present and when to present it. Oh no. Phoenix said that she pushed a dead guy after he got stabbed. Or wait. Phoenix said that she pushed a dead guy after he got stabbed? Not sure. I know Lana, like, stabbed Goodman, but after he was dead. Okay, I'll just present... Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand. Damon Gant? What does this have to do with anything? Let's hope this works. Detective Goodman, any relation to Saul Goodman? Yeah. As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant was has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? True. Alright, bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stand. Oh man, I'm scared now. Witness, please state your name and occupation. What is this, some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch. Your name and occupation, sir. Worthy, are you sure you want to do this? Your name and occupation. So, you want to play hardball, eh? Please, Mr. Gant. Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police. Now then, Chief Gant. The court requests to hear your testimony. Oh, righto. What's with this grim face? First, let's clear up this SL9 incident. Oh, you mean the time when Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already. Jesus. This sounds like clown music. It does. Maybe because he's a clown? Edge has had it up to here with Kant. Definitely not acting suspicious at all. Edgeworth can never get a name and occupation on the first try. There are still some things unaccounted for. Oh, like what? Like the role you played in all of this. Phoenix. You know, we could have lived a long life, but you just had to poke the organ bear. Like what? Son, either you're very brave or very foolish. Oh, Phoenix. You are aware, of course, that a police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Sure, take my testimony, for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to. What? Is that true? I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify. Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks. Don't worry. I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you. Okay. He's very foolish, but for the right reasons. Okay, can't. Yeah, weapons I can carry in the courthouse. Oh. Very well. The witness may now begin his testimony. Bailiff, are you ready? Because I'm scared. I don't like this. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery. This is when Dark was arrested? Him? He was lying on the floor unconscious. Oh, jeez. When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems Dark bumped his head. I see. Everything seems particularly clear-cut. The police chief has the right to refuse to testify. And I'd better hit him hard and fast. Okay. So we'll be very careful with this. First, I'm gonna read the book. So, let's go get that book that we just got. Okay, rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Okay. Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be revealed to the case on trial. Oh wait, sorry. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Alright. So, if you don't have it in the court record, it must be relevant to the case on trial. Alright. Let's try to remember this. So, let's press on everything. As I recall, a ceremony was held at the police department that day. Yes, that's right. I guess you could say I'm a workaholic. After winning his award, Neil was all fired up too. That's probably what spooked Dark and made him run away like that. Was the defendant Lana's Sky also present in the room? I don't quite remember. At the very least, she wasn't there when Dark ran for it. Okay. Basically, you can't show any evidence that Gant doesn't want you to show. Ah. So if he, random example, had a piece of evidence hidden in his safe, you couldn't show it. No! Ah. Okay, so basically, I'm screwed. Cool. Alright. Wait. Oh, sorry, I missed a bunch of messages. Technically, I believe he wouldn't be permitted to carry weapons in this situation. Only the bailiff. Hold it. Is basing this on the U.S. justice system. Or granted, this is basing this on the U.S. justice system. Okay. Okay. To make a long story short, we slipped up. The power outage didn't help either. Okay. So the two of you ran immediately after him, right? That's right, but Dark made it to the elevator first. So Neil and I split up. He went upstairs and I went downstairs. I guess you could say he got lucky. What's this about a power outage? Oh, that. The elevator stopped all of a sudden and I got the shock of my life. Well, probably not as shocked as Neil was when the knife went into his heart, though. That's not funny. The first game wasn't set in the US. It was originally set in Japan. He might be allowed to carry in the courthouse. Don't see that. I'm scared now. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Okay. Did you tell us what you saw? It was a shocking sight. Neil and the serial killer were lying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together. Dark was lying collapsed on the floor? Yes, apparently he hit his head and was knocked out. Next to them were those two poor girls, Lana and Emma. Lana was cradling Emma in her arms. Looking back on it now, she must have already known what her sister had done. Okay, apparently she's already reached the crime scene. Yeah, hence why I also bring up what I know about Japanese justice system. I'm an expert in neither exactly, but naturally I know more about the US system. Nice. Okay. So, what about this? How can you know that? Because of the victim's body. It had already been moved. So that means you found the body near Lana's desk. That's right. I think you said earlier. It was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor. Yes. Anyway. Alright. Can't believe Emma took out the dude about to finish off a serial killer. Yep. It's just so. What's really messed up is like, or I mean, the whole thing is messed up, but just the fact that it was all an accident, which the problem would have been resolved if Marshall was able to stab him. And as a result, this young prosecutor, his life was cut short. Everyone's lives were kind of ruined based off of this, or a little bit. I don't know. This is, and then Emma's gotta live with the guilt for the rest of her life, and she's probably never gonna be able to look at Officer Marshall anymore. Or I should say Jake Marshall. Wait, okay. You're still finding things out about this case, even this late into the trial. Don't make any assumptions. No. Okay, it's gonna get more complicated. So you're saying that the forgery had already taken place by the time you arrived at the office. That's exactly what I'm saying. I can understand how Lana must have felt. But moving Amadi and hiding evidence are inexcusable, no matter what the circumstances. Is that how it really went down? Staring at the witness won't do you any good, Mr. Wright. If you're going to stare at anything, you're better off staring at the court record. Worthy! Always the smooth talker. But which piece of evidence ties Gant to the forgery? Lana did admit to forging evidence, but that can't be the whole truth. Somehow I have to link Gant to the incident. So, I presume that I have to go all the way to the end here. Oh, I hate this. Okay. Let's try not to go too quickly. Okay, I think I'm presenting evidence here. And the game is hinting to do that. But now, what do I pick? So, as much as the badge is calling to me, it's not the badge. It's not Goodman's ID. I don't think. Because that doesn't really prove anything. The trophy is a possibility. Also, ow. So the issue with the trophy is 2 years ago the halberd was removed at Gant's behest, giving it its current form. So that could be something relating to it, but I'm not certain. This knife doesn't help us. This doesn't help. As much as I, you know, I don't think the badger's gonna help. Goodman's autopsy report. I don't think that helps us currently because we're not on that case. The note doesn't help. The word muffler doesn't help. Okay, the parking lot with Edgeworth's car. Unless... okay. So she was hiding the fact that the knife was used in Goodman's body. And that's why she put it in her scarf and called Emma about it. So I think that pertains to later. Parking lot doesn't help. Picture doesn't help. The shoe doesn't help. Okay. Found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Okay. So this switchblade was put into Neil Marshall's body. And it was the murder weapon. The fake murder weapon. So that's something. This trophy and this. And this is submitted because we fought to submit it in. And I think we got his permission, right? So that's something. The ID card record. It helps with later, but I don't think it's gonna help now. No. So this screwdriver, so this was brought back to his office by Gant's request. Oh no. There's my alarm. This is probably a bad time to stop. I'm not gonna remember this next time. Alright. Ow. I'm gonna have to stop here. And hopefully next time I'll be able to figure this out. Ow. Ooh. Oh, thanks for coming. Alrighty, so for now, Let's make sure we save real quick so I don't forget. There we go. Oh, and thanks for coming. Oh, thank you. Alright, so I'm gonna put up my schedule. So you will not remember where you are. You will not be able to remember why you were here, only that you must litigate. Yeah. Alright, so I stream from Fridays to Mondays, 2 times each day. Time for dogs, cats, lamps, and chicken time. Oh yeah, that's right. So in approximately 4 hours from now, I'll be playing Ghost Trick and continuing on, I believe, from the Chicken Kitchen. Next Friday, I'll be playing some Portal 2 for my morning stream and some Dishonored Death of the Outsider. Saturday will be some Project Zomboid and Control. Sunday will be more Amnesia the Bunker and Control, and I will continue with Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney for my earlier stream on Monday. Alrighty, so I think that's it for now. So thanks so much for coming. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you again sometime. Alrighty.